Another round of applause for Mr. Andrew Sleda and the Blue Jay Band. You just sat down. Please rise once again for our national anthem. Okay, I would first like to thank those that joined me here on the stage for all their hard work and dedication to helping make our school district the best it can be and better every day as we move forward. Thank you to our superintendent and school board, Mr. Todd Cordry, Ms. Pam Coppinger, Mr. Victor Figueroa, Ms. Katie Cahill-Volpe, Ms. Emily Hutchison-Brown, and Mr. Tim Hunter. Thank you to our administrative staff, Dean of Students, and senior class sponsors, Mr. Josh Gardner, Mrs. Adion Farrar, and Dr. Mary Marable. I would also like to thank all of our teaching staff. Is Kathy Epps squirming it? Maintenance staff, custodial staff, nursing staff, AKA Nurse Sharon, paraprofessionals, substitutes, food service staff, transportation staff, central office staff, BOCES staff, athletic coaches, and community members that contribute to the growth and development of all of our amazing students. Thank you to you all. Now, don't think that I would make the mistake of forgetting Miss Kathy Epps. I think that she might remind me now and again about it for some time. I left her until the end because I would like to thank her for the incredible 9 years as elementary principal and 10 years as an educator for our little Jays here in Memphis. Kathy, we are happy to know that while you may be stepping out of your role as principal, you will be dancing and singing your way, quite literally, you get it if you know her, into our 3rd grade to continue your positive impact on the kids in our community. We love you and we thank you, Kathy Epps. Good evening, graduates, students, the Board of Education, administration, teachers, parents, and friends. We are very excited that you are all here to share in this celebration of achievement and the accomplishments of the 30 fine members of the graduating class of 2023. Whether you are a mother, a father, a grandma, a grandpa, an aunt, uncle, mentor, or friend, we are here graduating these amazing Memphis Blue Jays today because of all of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Graduates, one could say that your high school graduation represents the turning of a page or a chapter in the story of your young lives. And while that is true, it represents something more than that. Prior to this day, you have been the co-author of your story, sharing that duty with parents, grandparents, mentors, guardians, and now you become the sole author of your story. So it would be more accurate to say that today represents the point which you begin an entirely new story, your true autobiography. We can all say with great confidence that you all have the potential to complete your story in unique, beautiful, and meaningful ways. For reasons that will remain mysterious to us, this particular cohort of students has demonstrated a level of poise and maturity that has always seemed well beyond their years. When I look at this fine group of young adults before me, I see thinkers, doers, artists, musicians, athletes, strong people with warm hearts and great minds. I see some that have their life's plan drawn up, probably for the next 30 years. You know who you are. Some that are just going to figure it out as they go, and some that fall somewhere in between. The beautiful thing and an important thing to remember is that there is no right way to go about it, simply your way. The way that will continue to define you and the story that you are now the primary author to complete. The German novelist Franz Kafka once said, "Don't bend, don't water it down, don't try to make it logical, don't edit your own soul according to the fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly." You all now have a full creative license to heed those words, and I encourage you intensely to do so. I will miss you all, graduates, and I will miss you all in very different ways, because you are truly a group of unique and interesting people. So, class of 2023, as you gather together this one last time, surrounded by those who love you, keep striving towards a bright future with hope, maintain a steady sense of purpose, move beyond the sturdy foundation you've built here in a place you can always call home, and keep crafting the story that only you were born to write. I would like to now introduce the graduation speaker for this year's graduating class, an educator for 18 years and a Memphis secondary school teacher for 10 of those. His reach across our campus spans widely through roles such as track coach, varsity football coach, PE and health teacher, and most recently as our Dean of Students. Guests and graduates, please welcome Mr. Josh Gardner.
All right. You guys hear me? Okay. All right. Well, I'm really honored to be up here. I've just got to tell you guys, seniors, you know this, I'd be much more comfortable if I were in some Adidas sweatpants and a long sleeve t-shirt and some gym shoes. I can make it though. I was told by Ms. Farrar that I need to keep this at 10 minutes or less. She's never sat in my health class and listened to my story, so we'll see if that's going to happen. Okay, so let's find out. Well, here we are. It's graduation time. It feels like we got here so fast. It seems like it wasn't that long ago that our seniors were knee-high to a grasshopper, running around elementary like a bunch of crazies. In their middle school days, Shelby was breaking pacer push-up records and whooping boys in PE class. Landon and Gabe were telling me crazy hunting stories. Lily was starting her own business and awing science fair judges. Vanessa was just starting to shine in her musical talents. And Riley Proctor was honing in on his storytelling skills. I can't remember when Brianna and Kagan joined us. I think it was freshman year, but I'm sure wherever Bree was, she was doing backflips and handsprings. I'm pretty sure Kagan had a smile on his face and said hello to his teachers like he has been doing every day since. Yeah, I can picture it now. I can picture Alana and Cadence as middle school students, probably the sweetest girls there, the most artistic girls in class, listen to the teachers. Now they're all grown up, they're all big. All you seniors are big now. You're knee-high to, well, me. Yep, I've got lots of memory of you guys throughout middle school and high school. I've learned from you guys a lot. Though it was hard for me at first, I learned how to say, I don't know, when Aiden would ask me high-level questions in health class. I got to the point where I wasn't sure if Aiden was teaching me or I was teaching him. Think about this. I had Sophie Echelier, Aiden Matthews, and Lily Figueroa in class together. I'm pretty sure that was enough brain power to cure cancer or do something important like that. Kenyon taught me that a young man born in this world with the odds stacked up against him can conquer anything with hard work and determination. Brian Higgins taught me that he is a superior cook, and I am going to miss his breakfast burritos forever. The simplicity and the innocent nature of Brianna Garcia, Shania Charlie, Erica Henry, and Wiley Johnson has taught me that the world would be a much better place if we were all just a little bit more like them. Just when I've been ready in the past to pull my hair out, dealing with kids, I learned kindness from our seniors. The kindness Lane's loving interactions with his best friend, his sister. The kindness that Alondra shows when she's teaching elementary kids. The kindness of Benny Lewis, helped fix my daughter's bike in the parking lot. The kindness of Madeline saying thanks to me every year for being a teacher and acknowledging that it isn't an easy job. The kindness of Jacob Lewis that he has for his family and how he's a helping hand and a role model for his brothers. You seniors are lucky to have grown up here in Mancos. I moved here 10 years ago from suburban Cincinnati. I moved here to raise my family in nature. I didn't know it at the time, but the small town personality was going to be what kept me here. It's a family atmosphere here in Mancos. Jesse and Riley taught me that through all the years that they took care of my daughters and treated them like little sisters. Some would say we're sheltered here in this town. I say, heck yeah, we are, and we're better for it. This little spot on earth will teach a person how to take care of their own, love their family, have pride in their country, and work hard. Many of you will move on, though. You will go out to explore the world beyond Mancos. All I can do for you now is offer some advice. Here it is. Number one, it can be scary and intimidating not knowing how your life will unfold from here on. As many of you know from sitting in my health class, Martin Luther King is my hero. One of his famous quotes is, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Who knows what the future holds for each one of you? Don't be afraid. Just take one step at a time and have faith and confidence that you can do it. Number two, remember that success is not measured by the amount of money you make. Even though it can buy you a boat, it can buy you a truck to pull it, it can buy you a Yeti 110 iced down with Coke. Well, you guys know the song. Anyways, success is measured by happiness. Go out and find something that makes you happy. Pursue a dream. The awesome thing about working with kids every day is that they still believe that they can do anything. Don't lose that feeling. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Third piece of advice I can offer, if you want to be happy, take some risks. I'd like to see you guys get out of Mancus and go explore this wonderful world. Go on adventures, be successful, and then come back to Mancus and give back to Mancus. Number 4, be thankful, be kind. Every morning I sit at my east-facing window, I drink coffee and marvel at those amazing La Plata mountains. I thank God for those mountains. I thank God for my family. I thank God for my job. Thankfulness spreads in me like wildfire. It feels good to be thankful. It's just a good way to start your day. And kindness, small gestures of kindness matter. When my sister was withering away and when she was dying from cancer, I was struggling to show up to work every day. I desperately needed something to hold on to. It was Soren, Echo, and Alex's constant laughter that helped me hold on. It was Mitchell telling me that he loved my old PE class and made me feel good. It was Audrey's smile every single time she passed me in the hallway that made me stop being angry at God for losing my sister. Man, what a special group of seniors we have here. Number 5, fifth piece of advice. We're getting close, not much more to go. All right, never stop improving yourself. Like a bedtime lullaby, complacency will lull your life, your marriage, your job, and relationships into a state of boredom and eventual unhappiness. Do not become complacent. Be the best friend you can be. Be the best spouse you can be. Be the best father, mother, artist, athlete. I'm sure you seniors probably remember sitting in my health class learning about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We want to always strive for self-actualization. We always want to be the best we can be. You deserve it, and your families deserve it. Number 6, you guys have heard me say this in class a lot. Look in the mirror every day and tell yourself something positive about yourself. Self-esteem is the backbone of happiness. And then finally, number 7, the big one. It's taken me my lifetime to figure this out. But love is the only way to have a fulfilling life. As a young man, I was filled with passion, but a lot of that passion was manifested through anger. I had a quick temper. Some of you seniors have seen me back in the day have a quick temper. It was ugly. It can be ugly. I'm not proud of it. But over the years, you students have forced me to take a step back, to slow down, to channel my emotions in different ways. Through this long journey of learning how to deal with my emotions, I've learned that if you think of love first, things will come out right for everybody in the end. So think of love. A famous Jewish Austrian psychiatrist, Viktor Frankl, who spent 3 years in Camp Auschwitz during World War II, once said, you guys gotta think while I talk here. This is a tough one. All right, between stimulants and response, there is space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Think about this. In that space is our power to choose our response. When you're presented with a tremendous stressor, you have the power to choose your response. You can choose to respond out of love and empathy rather than anger, rather than hatred. Isn't that what the world needs right now? More people acting out of love rather than anger, jealousy, spite, selfishness, and the like. If you choose love, you will grow as a person and become more free as a human being. If a man who survived Auschwitz can choose love, then you should be able to choose love. Don't ever forget to pause, think, and choose love. So I will conclude with a quote from my hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, keep feeling the need for being important. Keep feeling the need for being first. But I want you to be the first in love. I want you to be the first in moral excellence. I want you to be the first in generosity. God bless you, seniors. Good luck out there in the big world. Make it a better place.
I'll drink the water then, boy. Thank you, Mr. Josh Gardner. At this point in the evening, we would like to invite our salutatorian up to come give her speech. So please welcome the class of 2023 salutatorian, Ms. Riley Cannon.
Okay. If I sound a little rough, I sound rough, okay? I know. So to the class of 2023, in case you're confused, we're graduating. Today is the day we've been talking about since we started school 13 years ago. It has been almost 15 years since we started hoping we could grow up. When we were 3, we hoped to be 5 so we could go to school. When we were 5, we were dreaming of being 13 so we could be teenagers. When we hit 13, we were dreaming of being 16 so that we could drive. And then when we were 16, we were dreaming of being 18 so we could be adults and graduate. Well, now we're here. We're 18 or almost 18, and we're graduating high school. And I could continue to explain the process of us wishing we were older, but I challenge you to change that mindset. When we look back on our lives so far, and especially our high school years, I think many of us can agree it went by really fast. In 4 years, it seems to have passed by in the blink of an eye. All of a sudden, we were talking about scholarships, graduation gowns, last practices, senior nights, senior sunrises and sunsets, applying for colleges, and finalizing decisions that will alter our future. We are finally done saying 1 more minute. We will no longer will say 1 more minute until class is over, 1 more minute until recess, 1 more minute until school is out for the summer. And maybe even right now, you're saying 1 more minute until Riley's done talking. And if you're anything like me, it still does not feel real. It feels like we should be wasting our time sitting in the parking lot, playing cornhole in the shop, bugging Tiffany and Destry, and dreading going to math class. But our worlds are about to change. Our 1 more minute is about to change. Many of us are leaving this tiny little town that we've grown up in, and we're beginning our own personal adventures. We are about to leave home and experience the world for ourselves. I am beyond excited and elated for this class to make a difference in this world, but it is scary. And I know today is filled with many emotions. Excitement that we are graduating, fear of the unknown of what the future holds, sadness of the absence of those who couldn't be with us today, and determination to prove the world that we can do the impossible. I am here to assure you, you are not alone in these feelings. I promise you, many of the people in this gym with us feel the same way, but I also assure you that you are going to do amazing things. This class is going to become nurses, doctors, engineers, welders, lawyers, space system operators, firefighters, veterinarians, national park officers, physical trainers, and so much more. I cannot wait to see what each and every one of us accomplishes in our lives. Never stop chasing your dreams, and it doesn't matter how big or small you may think they are. To close, I want to remind you one more time, we did it. Even when the odds were stacked against us, we persevered and we did what many thought could be impossible. And today we are here because of our hard work, dedication, maturity, and self-perseverance. I appreciate the memories this class has created, and I am proud to say that we are about to make as high school's class of 2023 graduates.
Thank you, Riley. And now, please welcome the class of 2023, 2023 valedictorian, Ms. Sophie Echelier.
Dear fellow, dear fellow graduates, MACUS faculty, families, and honored guests. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. As we gather here to bid farewell to our high school years, I would like to take a moment to recognize all of the people that have helped get us to this point. I would like to thank all of the teachers, parents, coaches, family members, and everyone who has been a source of support and encouragement when things got hard, and who helped inspire us to keep going. We couldn't have done it without all of you. And of course, I want to congratulate my fellow graduates. I know that getting here wasn't an easy task, and I hope you all take a moment to enjoy this achievement. As I reflect on our time together, I am reminded of the countless memories we have shared over the years. When I first transferred here in 4th grade, I was struck by the close bond our class shared. And now, nearly 9 years later, after countless adventures, from mystery field trips and playground games to hikes down the Grand Canyon and homecoming floats, that sense of community remains unchanged. Though the journey leading up to this day was difficult, I know that the friends, memories, connections we made along the way are ones that will remain with us for a long time. High school has been a time of growth, not just academically, but also personally. We have discovered our passions, honed our talents, and realized the importance of being true to ourselves. We have learned not only from our teachers and coaches, but also from each other and ourselves. Let us carry these lessons with us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. And remember, in the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. As we all look to the future, I want to remind everyone that graduation from high school is not the end of our learning journey, but the beginning. Long after we have completed our formal education, I hope that each and every one of us continues to learn. Whether you are 8 or 98, there is always room for growth and improvement. Don't limit yourself to the classic topics of academia. Learn new skills, methods, or stories. Learn from books, from coworkers, or from friends. In life, it seems the only constant is change. And being a lifelong learner is not simply an advantage, but a necessity. This mindset enables us to adapt, to thrive, and to make a meaningful impact in a world that is in perpetual motion. It empowers us to navigate through the challenges and uncertainties that lie ahead with curiosity, resilience, and a hunger for knowledge. Einstein once remarked, "I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious." I hope that we can all strive to be a little bit more curious, no matter what our goals may be. Congratulations, class of 2023, and good luck on your next adventure.
Thank you, Sophie. The next part of the evening will be our senior slideshow. This year's senior slideshow was produced by Ms. Adion Farrar with the assistance of Vanessa Polson, Lily Figueroa, and Cash Everett. If those seated on the stage could please find seats in the audience to watch the show, we will begin. Ushers, you'll have to make a bit of room. I hope you brought Kleenex. Please welcome the senior class sponsors, Mrs. Adiane Farrar and Mrs. Mary Marable, to read the names of our seniors and thank you in their thank you speech.
Soren Brayford Lefevre. Soren will attend Fort Lewis College in the fall to study some sort of engineering, chemistry, and possibly physics. During his time off, he will continue to be the best skier on the mountain. Soren would like to thank the boys for being on that BTD grind. Soren would also like to thank his friends and teachers for always making school a good and fun place to be in. Finally, Soren would like to thank his family for always supporting and taking care of him and for always going absolutely off on the ski hill with him. Riley Cannon.
Riley will be at the University of Colorado Springs in the fall to study nursing and health sciences. Riley would first and foremost like to thank God. Without his endless love, guidance, and unwavering faith in her, she would not be where she is today. The blessings he has provided her and the path she has created for her are bound to lead her to success. All glory to him. Next, Riley must thank the Memphis School administration and staff, current and former, for shaping her into the student, community member, and overall individual she is today. And a special thank you to Destry and Tiffany for never allowing Riley to give up on herself or to let go of her dreams. You all had a major impact on Riley, and she will never forget that. Riley would also like to thank her family. She knows that the road to today has been far from easy, but you never left her side. To her dad, grandma, and siblings, Riley says thank you, and she loves you from the bottom of her heart. You are her rock. Riley would also like to thank all the second families she has throughout her years. To the Espermontes, Lewis, Schreider, Jabor, Cox, Sidden, Garcia, and Frank's family, thank you for taking Riley in and treating her as one of your own. Your graceful actions have not gone unnoticed. Riley would now like to thank her athletic coaches. Riley has been involved in sports for many years now and has competed under many coaches. Your efforts to make her into a significant young adult and athlete will go far beyond the walls of this school. She would especially like to thank Brianna Yasmin, Brianna Wyatt, Trey Gordner, Brady Archer, and Josh Gardner for their dedication to her. Riley would like to thank her friends. To any that has ever made an impact on Riley, she says thank you. To her close friends, thank you for making these years of school, and particularly high school, worth it. And to her best friends, Piper, Peyton, Maddie, Landon, Gabe, and Taya, she wants you to know that she is beyond proud of you and thankful that you have put up with her for all these years. She loves you more than you will ever know, and she definitely will never forget about you. Finally, Riley wants to say thank you to everyone here today. She is blessed to have such an amazing community that is always rooting for her.
Shania Charlie. Shania will be moving to New Mexico so that she can be closer to her family and also find a living there. She would like to sell some artwork here and there. She would also like to thank her foster mom, Christine, for all the help and encouragement that it took and pushing Shania to do her best so that she could graduate. Also, thank you to everyone else that has been by her side, pushing her on because it was a long process, but she got it done. Alana Coley.
Alana Cole will be attending Fort Lewis College in the fall semester. She will be majoring in pre-med with an interest in neurology. She would like to thank her family for all the support in keeping her going through all these years in high school. She would also like to thank her friends for all the happy, cherishable memories and keeping school fun. She is very thankful for her teachers sharing their knowledge and for her understanding her hardships.
Sophie Echelier. Sophie Echelier. Sophie will attend the University of Denver in the fall and major in international studies. She would like to thank her parents for always supporting her through anything, her brother Spencer for always making her laugh, and her best friend Lily for making high school so much more enjoyable. She would also like to thank all of her friends, teachers, and coaches for helping get her where she is today. She couldn't have done it without all of you. Lily Figueroa.
Lily Figueroa will attend Colorado State University in the fall to study natural resource global tourism. Lily would like to thank her mom and dad for always helping her chase her dreams, her brother Lucas for taking her on drives and always making her laugh, her grandma, grandpa, and Aunt Sherry for all their love, her best friend Sophie for 9 years of amazing memories, and to the Mancos community for the forever home they are to her.
Brianna Garcia. Brianna will take a year off to earn some money for college. Brianna will attend San Juan College in New Mexico in 2024. Brianna will enter the culinary industry or become an animator. Brianna would like to thank her mom for supporting her and dad for teaching her life skills. She would like to thank her older sister, Aubrey, for helping her by being by her side through tough times. And she would want to thank her stepmom for helping her through Bree's indecisiveness. Brianna would like to thank her grandparents for helping her with her future choices. Lane Greenlee.
Lane will be attending Northeastern Junior College in the fall to study fire science. Lane would first like to thank God for all the opportunities he has presented him over the years. Lane would also like to thank his sister Tylee for putting up with him all these years and always being there so he could pick on her. He would also like to thank his parents for taking him all across the country for rodeos, football games, wrestling tournaments, and baseball games. Thank you for taking